Good day, students. Today we are going to discuss on the topic kidnapping, abduction, slavery, and forced labor. But the first part of the class is going to deal only on kidnapping and abduction. So, when it comes to kidnapping and abduction, we are going to discuss today sections 359, 360, 361, 362, and 363. So, when it comes to section 359, the definition of kidnapping, this kidnapping is sometimes called even as child stealing. So when it comes to 359, they say two categorization of kidnapping. One is kidnapping from India, the other one is kidnapping from lawful guardianship. And this kidnapping from India is defined and discussed under section 360. And kidnapping from lawful guardianship is explained and defined under section 361. So what this 360 says, it is saying that any person, when it comes to kidnapping from India, section 360 says the ingredients of the section is if any person, conveying any person beyond the limits of India. So from India, if a particular child is taken away to some other place, to some other country, then this comes under the purview of kidnapping from India. So that is what the first ingredient explains it as, conveying of any person beyond the limits of India. So you are taking away a child not within the limits, it is beyond the limits. It crosses the border of India. And the second ingredient is such conveying must be without the consent of that person. Without the consent in the sense without the approval or without the acceptance of that particular person. If a person is taken away from India, then this particular second ingredient comes into place. So this is with regards to kidnapping from India. We'll move on to section 361. When it comes to kidnapping from lawful guardianship. So this kidnapping from India, here there is no categorization of age. Generally we say when it comes to kidnapping, as per kidnapping, the word itself suggests it is the child stealing or the children are taken away. But here when it comes to section 361, it is specifically space about kidnapping from lawful guardianship. So here this provision we can very clearly understand that it is focusing only on the children or the persons who are under a particular guardian. For example, people with unsound mind or people who are not able to decide on their own. Like these kind of persons are only discussed under section 361. 360 on the face of it, it seems to be as a general term. It's a general terminology. Kidnapping from India, it is someone who is taken away from India here. And moreover, in addition to the section 360, there is one more important point which needs to be focused. Any person who is taken away from India, uh, there is no the person is about 12 years of age and has given consent to his or being conveyed beyond the limits of India, no offence is committed. That is what they say. If the child is above the age of 12 years and if he has given consent, then that will not come under or fall under the category of section 360. Now we are moving on to section 361, which says kidnapping from lawful guardianship. So here the ingredients are where it is said that taking or enticing away a minor or a person of unsound mind. So here the focus is only on minor children and unsound mind persons. And second thing is that it categorizes the minor on their age category based on gender. If it is girl, then it should be within 18 years of age, and if it is boy, then it is within 16 years of age. So this is a thing which we need to give emphasis. Then the taking or enticing away must be out of the keeping of the lawful guardian of such minor or person of unsound mind. So if someone is placed as a guardian, you are taking away the child from that particular guardian. That is what is mentioned here. And next, such taking or enticing must be without the consent of the guardian. So even the guardian would have not given any approval or consent. Without his approval or consent, if you are going to take away the child, then that falls under this particular category. Next comes when after section 361, we have section 362. which speaks about abduction. So here what is abduction is something where forceful compulsion or inducement by deceitful means. So you take a person out of force or by inducing or threatening that person or by some fraudulent manner. For example, if you say to a child or if you say to even an elderly person saying that your mother or your sister is waiting there or your father is calling you urgently or there is an accident that has taken place in your family to your friend and you take them away, this is all you call it as by deceitful means. Then the second objective is the object of such compulsion or inducement. The first is to the the object of such compulsion or inducement must be the going of a person from any place. So you are forcing that person or you are inducing that person only for the sake of removing that person from that particular place. So this is what with regards to abduction. So here we have a difference between kidnapping and abduction. Though both the terms are interchangeably used by many people, but these two terminologies have a different meanings and a different context. So we will move on to the difference between kidnapping and abduction. So when it comes to kidnapping, kidnapping is classified in section 359 into two categories and it is defined in section 360 and 361. So what are those two categories? We have already looked into. One is kidnapping from India, the other one is kidnapping from lawful guardianship. But when it comes to section 362, abduction, there is no such kind of a categorization. It is only under section 362 what is abduction is defined. Then when it comes to kidnapping, the offence is relating to taking away a minor or a people of unsound mind. But when it comes to abduction, it is of all categories of persons. And consent of the person who is taken outside of the custody of lawful guardianship or the minor is immaterial when it comes to kidnapping. But here, the consent is given generally in case of abduction. Such a consent is out of force or inducement or by some kind of a threat. So this is what we are taking into consideration on these basis. Next, kidnapping is an offence which involves taking away or enticing a person. Abduction is also taking away, but that is through fraud or by through force. Intention of the person is of no significance once it is established that taking away either outside India or outside the lawful guardianship is present, it amounts to kidnapping. But intention plays a very vital and a major role when it comes to abduction. Next, kidnapping is a substantial offence and it is punishable under section 363 of the Indian Penal Code. Abduction is merely an auxiliary act and is not punishable unless it is done with the criminal intent. Once a person is taken out of the country or outside the custody of lawful guardian, the offence of kidnapping is complete. The offence of abduction involves forcibly or fraudulently taking of a person from one place to another, hence it is continuing offence. Continuing offence in the sense you move a person from one place to another and you take him continuously. That is what you call it as a continuing offence. Next, with regards to punishment, section 363 defines about the punishment where it is said whoever kidnaps any person from India or from a lawful guardianship shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 7 years and shall also be liable to fine. So with this we conclude. We have there are aggravated forms of kidnapping and abduction which we will discuss in the second lecture. Thank you so much, students.